Alright, I'm back. Today I'm going to show you how to sidechain your kick to your bass, and I'm going to show you a few different ways to do that in my favorite way. I see a lot of guys and girls doing it one way, and I just want to point out there's other ways to do it that may be better. So the first two are FL Studio ways. Once you got your kick on your track, and then you got your bass, I route my kick to a bus. Same thing with the bass, run the bass to a bus, and then I run the bus sidechain to the kick. So I'll show you what the beat sounds like. It's just something I threw together real quick so I could demonstrate this. Anything I have sent to the drum track, the bus, this is my bus side. I send my kick, my snare, my hi-hat, my perks, all to the drum bus. And then I send that to the 808 or bass bus. Then from there, you click down here and sidechain to this track. And it'll look something like that. Then from here with the third-party plugins, which I'll show you when I get there. Anyway, you start off with your kick. You grab a Fruity Peak controller, put it on the kick track. So now this is gonna have information from your kick. This is the shape of your kick, the entire frequency range of the kick. If you sidechain it, it's gonna be feeding to your 808. So now I have this. See how this can move like that? Right click on here, link to controller, hit Fruity Peak controller here, well, internal controller. Once you hit your remote control settings, Fruity Peak controller, and then don't forget this, inverted, because you want it to go down instead of up, and then accept. And so now every time that kick hits, down here in your frequency range, it will dip out that low energy of the bass. Could be lower. Because this is where they would fight a lot, the kick and the bass. This is centered around about 39, 40. In my kick, and we'll bring it down a little bit. Just trying to get them out of the way so they sound a little more transparent to each other. To me, my theory on kick and bass, or drums and bass, is in hip-hop and other genres of music, your drums are your focal point, and those need to stand out over top of everything else. That's the whole point of sidechaining and ducking. But by doing it this way, you're ducking specific frequencies, that low end, the strongest part of the signal, that down low portion. You could also do more. You could turn this whole thing into a little ducking unit. But all you really gotta do is that. You could do a little more. Come back here a little bit. Set this one up. Whoops. Put it on this one. Yeah. Like this one to controller. Bam. Bam. Accept. We'll open this up a little. So now we got that one. Do one more. Bam, bam. So now I got, open this one up too. And so what that's doing is ducking from here up, but it's not as hard. Well, I mean, it's ducking all of them the same, each of those parameters. You could put more peak controllers on there and have each one doing a certain thing. If you wanted to get micro like that, you could. I'm just doing this to demonstrate. You can really hear it, so maybe, I don't think I can take that one off. There we go. But you only got so much control. I would probably just do the one. And if I felt like I needed more to duck more of it, I would probably throw another controller on there. But anyway, the next one, which is the one I normally use the most, is this one. Because you don't need all of these parameters. You really don't. This one only has 3. That's why I choose this one. Let's say you're doing electronic music. You could duck this whole master fader to it, but then it's not transparent. By only ducking the fundamental, it becomes transparent. You're keeping all your harmonics above it. So you hear all the harmonics of the bass. So it appears like it's still there. And the fundamental is dipping out, which is exactly what you want to keep that up in your face kick. So the side chaining right now doesn't matter because it's running straight off the peak controller. We can move this over. You could hear that mid come back once we moved it over. Right here. So that's the second one I wanted to show you guys. The third one is the most common one I first started seeing the most. This is a free ducker or volume shaper by Mercurial Tones. And what I have set up here is the full 2 bars, which I know it shows 4, but we're in 140 double time. So we have to play it through to get all the position of our kicks. So it ducks out right here. But I also have it set up as a multiband, so it only ducks up to about 60 hertz down there. Again, to keep it sounding transparent, ducking that fundamental all the way. And that's all this is. I just didn't do the whole thing because I'm trying to save time. I'm sure you guys don't care to see the whole thing all drawn out. But that's the first 4 kicks. Boom, 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 boom. And that's that. Moving on. Trying to make this video quick. This one's a pretty interesting one. So this is made by the same people that make Django, Mercurial Tones. This is called Dagon. And this is an alternative to Soothe 2 or 3, whatever they're at now. And it does the same thing, but they like the internals are probably different. Not 100% sure. Version, low CPU. I didn't even know you could turn that on or off. But anyway, they have a live version, which is 0 latency, and then latency if like you really care about it. Live, so you can have it running when you're like tracking a vocal or whatever. But anyway, this you have to set up. So this is sidechained to the bass. Then you have to go in here, hit the processing, hit this. Right here is your sidechain tab. Make sure you hit drums and turn it on. And then in here, like usually if this wasn't sidechaining, okay, this is what it does. It takes your spectral information and ducks out anything that's too high, and you can control all that. But I use it like a, what is it called? Track spacer? Is it track spacer? I think I'm using it like a track spacer. So now it's taking, once you turn on the sidechain, it's taking the kick information and now it's applying it to the bass and ducking that information. And you can add more by going up. You can add more by lowering the threshold and raising the depth. So now it's almost 100%. Not quite 100%, you can still hear it. You wouldn't want it 100% anyway, because we're going for transparency. We want, basically the whole goal here is to duck out the fundamental of the bass so that we can gain headroom and make our kick appear as though it's hitting in front of everything else. I even do this on instruments too, just to kind of move everything out of the way of the kick. Sometimes the other drums, like the snare and stuff, depending on what I want the track to do, you know? But yeah, that's everything on that one. And then this is my favorite one, but might be a little controversial because I know some people don't like Waves, but they make excellent products. And this is probably my favorite product that they make, the F6. And the reason why I love it is because with everything else, you really got to set it up quite a bit. And what I did here, you got to do the same thing. Turn on your sidechain, bam, bam, and then turn these to external sidechain source. And then once the kick hits, it'll duck wherever I have this set up. And you have a range, so you can like duck the whole thing in a threshold. So you have a lot of control over what you're ducking. With this, typically, once I put this on, I can't even tell that my bass is getting ducked by the kick. But it is happening because we just went. If we turn everything off, yeah, it's not hitting as much. It's taking away a lot of that initial impact of the bass. Negative 1.5, right? We shut this off so it's not sidechaining the kick anymore, and it goes right to negative 0.2. So gaining some headroom there. And not only will the kick sound like it's in front of the bass more, which to me is the definition of being transparent, but also if you're able to keep this true peak down at that, now we can raise everything up and gain integrated loudness until we can raise this up until that negative 0.2 or whatever, and we can make the whole track louder by sidechaining the kick to the bass, because you're not just stacking your fundamental on top of each other and like doubling or tripling your sound source. So it's a nice thing to do, and I wanted to show everyone that. So any beginners or anybody that does it one way or another, I just showed you 2, 4, 5 different ways to do it. I hope you guys learned something. Like the video, subscribe to follow for more, and I'll see you next time.